I want to say one thing that will be like, if we're assigning roles, right? Joey's the really funny character, whatever. But part of the reason why everybody loves Joey is we also know that Joey has this huge like heart, and like he wears his heart on his sleeve sometimes. And if we're thinking about actual stories and storylines, this is really important because what's happening is character development. You keep learning more and more about the character, which gives them development, which is why you stay so engaged. So if JW is always inspirational and I never tell you about the times that have been really hard in my life, then you're gonna wonder if I'm gonna actually live up to all the hype, right? And then like, if he's never funny, which he is, and has a dry sense of humor, like if we never actually showcase that, people are gonna be like, ooh, I don't know if I should ever talk to him, right? And then same thing on the other side, if my husband's always goofy, how is he ever gonna be able to say, Mom, this is what you need to do for your son? Like he can't have that serious conversation, right? So you still have to let people play into their strengths, but also don't just only show that. I noticed that with my content, that it was leaning more one way. And I felt like, you know, people were kind of getting out of tune. Like, I don't know how, now maybe it's been 4 or 5 different people that have commented on one of the videos that I put on my personal profile about I don't hire the best talent anymore. You told me about it. I had somebody else that's one of our clients comment about it. I've had other people who know me in the martial arts industry and they're commenting on it. And that was something I wouldn't have shared before, but now I am, right? So character development is huge, right? We want to have this and we want to have that character development. Very, very huge. So kind of keep that in mind. Last, white belt versus black belt. When it comes to this type of stuff, I want you to think about the mentality, because I understand what I'm asking you, because I'm asking myself and my whole entire team this. This is very unfamiliar territory. Like, this is not comfortable. So what does a white belt do? A white belt trains when it's convenient. When it comes to content, think about that. Oh, it's convenient to film it right now, or it's not. What does a black belt have? A black belt steps on the mat daily with no excuses. And that's been, I'm gonna be honest with y'all right now, I'm telling y'all all this stuff, this is the stuff that I really struggle with. Like it was, I know I was in the video the other day if you saw it, and I was showcasing the cabin, I was doing all that kind of stuff, and I was going around and showing, that was uncomfortable for me. It's very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable because, I mean, we were not well off. I was not well off. We were not in a situation, like we lived in a double wide trailer on an acre of land because that's what they could afford. I always had a roof over my head and food on my plate, but we ate a whole lot of spaghetti. And I didn't know why we ate spaghetti, but it was because it could go really far, right? So like, that's how I grew up. So for me to step here, to be talking to all of you guys, to be in this environment where we've got, you know, we're paying thousands of dollars for this cabin.
You told me it was only $20.
We're paying thousands of dollars to rent this out, to have you guys here, to pay for the meals, like to do all that. It feels very, very weird for me. I'm just being completely honest. It's just, this is not how I grew up. This is not how, and sometimes I have that imposter syndrome of like, am I actually supposed to be doing this? Do I actually know, like, have I made it enough to do this? So when I'm putting myself out there and I'm being uncomfortable because I'm trying to get, I can't ask you guys to do something that will help your businesses if I'm not willing to do it first. It's always been my guiding principle with 7FD. Is like, if I'm gonna ask somebody to do it, we need to do it. Otherwise, I'm just doing what every other guru in the industry is trying to tell you to do, something they've never tested or tried, right? A white belt wants to feel motivated, but a black belt trains on a schedule and not a feeling. So that's why I told you guys earlier, twice a month, that's what we're gonna get installed, and it's just gonna be twice a month. And whether I feel like it or we don't, it's gonna be on the books. Part of the reason why we hired Bobby over here is because I know, again, it was like, if we did the whole video room, we invested money into it. And I think psychologically for me, because that means a lot to me. If I invest into something and I don't use it, I feel like I'm wasting it. And so like hiring him, we're paying him, I'm going to show up because I'm paying him. Like we were trying to figure out content schedule a couple of weeks ago, and I'm glad he messaged me. He's like, hey, when are we filming next? And I was like, I need to get this on my schedule. But that's great, you know, because he wants to get it on his schedule. I want it on my schedule. It's making me do it. White belts start many techniques but master none. Black belts finish every rep they start. White belts let emotions run the dojo. Black belts let discipline dictate the pace. Just show up, just do it. Don't worry about how you feel or you don't feel. White belts need to feel ready before stepping on the mat. Black belts decide they're ready and go. White belts take every loss personally, and black belts treat every loss as a lesson. Oh, no one watched that video. Okay. Are we making it for views, or are we making it so that we show up first in the AI search? Show up first in search, right? Don't worry about the views. White belts spar part-time but expect championship results. Black belts train full-time intensity regardless of the scoreboard. White belts always keep one foot out the door, and black belts burn the boats. White belts talk about the black belt more than they train for it, and black belts do the work in silence, right? White belts need the crowd to believe in them first, whereas black belts trust their own training. White belts, how many of you have these people? They dodge the hard rounds, and black belts lean into the hardest rounds. I gotta spar that guy? All right, let's go. Versus, ooh, I'm gonna step over to the other side. White belts measure effort. Hey, at least I showed up. At least I did it. And black belts measure the standards. Was that black belt level? Did I do that at black belt level? White belts protect their ego. Black belts protect the work that they did. White belts romanticize the journey and they skip all the reps, but a black belt treats it like a profession and not a hobby. White belts tap out when it stops being fun. And black belts keep fighting when it stops being fun. White belts chase the belt, not the skill. And of course, black belts are opposite. They chase the skill, not the belt. And then finally, white belts treat mastery as someday. Black belts treat mastery as a daily decision.